Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Nicholas Sorsa with producer Scott Sledgister. We're here at Crown Lanes in Denver. The last time you saw us here, we called it the Helen Keller Invitational. Slightly changed the pattern, and now you're looking at red square, a 40-flat pattern. So instead of the cuts being 180, the cuts were 30. And my color commentator is in the top 8. He actually finished tied for 4th. And Mike Vasquez, who currently sits in for him when Nolan's not available, is our tournament leader out of Wheat Ridge. He'll make no less than $1,179 today for finishing 2nd. This is first round of top 8 eliminators. The 3 losers here will each receive $130, and then the winners will go into the mega pot, and we'll go from there.
Well, Nolan and Brandon both open up with strikes here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, in the 2 of the matches are scratch. Nolan and Brendan both get 32. Ton and Kelvin both get 39. There's only a 5-pin difference between Twan Tron and James Fleming. James is with us temporarily. He actually lives in San Antonio, but he's working up in Kersey. So while he's up here, he's going to bowl.
Why not?
Join the club, and actually this first cut he's made, and he's actually made the top 8. So good for him. He finished 8th. Throws a very good ball. And again, he's only spotting Twan. Oh, I take that back. He's spotting him. No, we were right. 5 pins. So the matches are very close. Good shot by Brendan, so he starts out with a double. I'd like to wish happy birthday to Michelle, Nolan's wife, who just turned 29 again.
And
I don't know how many years, though.
Happy 16th to my son, Jason.
Ah.
Today is his birthday.
Sweet 16.
If you're in Fort Collins, beware. Tomorrow he's on the road.
Don't let any of the police officers have tomorrow off.
Yeah. We're at the DMV at 4 p.m., so.
And he'll be in jail by 5, but that's okay.
Nah,
5:30.
He's a good driver.
Yeah, so is the guy that was in Rain Man.
No, he was excellent. He was an excellent driver.
Oh, yes. Only down the driveway, though. Slide your ass over here. You got to have the Wolf Man. Oh, yeah, you got to have the Wolf Man. Minus 24 on a brutal pattern. That's actually pretty good, man. Oh, God, you think? No, Randy will never let him do that to himself. Isn't that right? All right, with me, Al Wolf. Al running one of our pro shops in town. He's currently at Bolero Wheat Ridge, running one of the best pro shops. Al just coming back from the Masters, right?
Yeah, it was a good time.
A good time, he says.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started out good. Well, a couple guys started out good, and then it got brutal.
Yeah.
But well represented.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of guys
good turnout.
from Colorado. I got to bowl alongside Gianni the whole time.
Cool.
And then I bowled next to him yesterday, and then I bowled next to him today. It's like he won't leave me alone, or
He
I
won't
won't
leave
leave
you
him
alone.
One of the two.
We haven't figured that out yet. Yeah.
A couple strikes to start these games.
Oh, Twan gets a break there. So both bowlers on 15 and 16. James and Twan both open in frame 1. Both got marks in frame 2. Oh! Nolan trying to kick out to 10. Now here's the thing that you're going to love. We're going to put the same pattern out next week at Cold Creek.
It won't
These
hook.
2 conditions won't even be close.
It won't hook there.
And why is that, you say? I will explain it to you, Lucy.
Right.
Old lane machine, old synthetic surface, which I absolutely believe has a depression in it because this place has been walled up for 30 years.
Yeah.
So the lane machine doesn't
that's gotta
make contact with the lane surface. So you wind up having parts of the lane that don't receive any conditioner at all, which in essence in the beginning creates a monster track, which if you know how to play it as it opens up, you just become a god.
Yeah. I think the brush
As
is
we
really
saw,
old, too, so it doesn't hold
We
oil
talked
very
about
well,
that,
yeah.
right.
This guy on 16, he has one ball
Okay.
that he brought up from San Antonio.
Yeah, from San Antonio, yeah.
And James
You weren't able
has
to, you
been
weren't
bowling
able to
all
fix them up?
right. I know, right?
Good kid.
Actually, I take that back. He's about to use his spare ball.
Oh,
he has
well.
2, technically.
Look at Brendan go.
I know, right? He was like, I don't have any confusion. I just throw this one. If it doesn't work, I throw it again.
I like it.
Yeah.
The old KISS system. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, Kelvin went double spare. Ton Ho starts out grinding a little bit, so Kelvin with a decent-sized lead.
Is it really a bunch of scratch matches almost?
These two are scratch. 5 pins on that one.
That's crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
That's good.
For a top 8. And again, we're at Crown Lanes here in Denver, South Federal Boulevard, behind Abraham Lincoln High School. Great shot by James.
It worked that time.
Yep. Oh, he pulled that inside.
Hold. The interesting thing here is if you don't get it to the track area here, it doesn't hook that much because the oil does get down in the middle. It's just from like 15 to 10 if that area.
Yeah, it's like squeaky clean.
Yeah. If you get it outside 5, you're going to get the 10 pin clean.
Yeah.
Happened a couple times. Only once to me, so we're good.
Uh-oh, Tuan, 4-6-7. Ton Ho.
I'm just
1, 2,
standing
4.
on it. It's bugging me.
He doesn't mean to stand on it. It's just the way it is.
I know. It's the way it is. Brendan's got the 5 pin here. I've seen a couple of these missed
And
today
you guys
too.
advanced into the NFL playoffs, correct?
We did. We tried to
give it away?
We were up 117 going in the last game and then won by 9. So we get the Eagles.
We were up 160 going into the 4th game and won by 36. So pretty much if we had 1 or 2 more frames to go, we were in trouble. And I don't know I never did find out who we bowl this week. But, hey, we're in the playoffs. Already won round 1. Money keeps going. That's good.
Yeah.
Might be able to keep your doors open for another 10 days.
Right.
You never know.
Tuan missed that spare, so he's falling behind down there.
Yeah. This is still anybody's game here, really.
Yeah, 15 and 16 just about anybody's here.
And this one can be close.
Yeah, if they both stay clean, it'll be down to that.
Oop, baby split. I tell you what, Nolan was a spare-making machine this week.
Yeah.
He made just about every spare you can make and grind it out, making the cut. And that's what you got to do sometimes. This pattern will definitely make you do that. But in typical Colorado fashion, low 70s today, 80 by Tuesday, snow by Thursday.
Yeah.
Welcome to Colorado.
Right.
It's all Mike Vasquez's fault.
Lots of sick days at work on the snow day, I'm sure. Oh, there he goes.
Great shot, Nolan.
310.
Well, the thing with Mike is, see, if he knows that he's like going to win first or second place money, he takes the week off. He just tells his clients, Cam, sorry, I'm busy. It's the little things that get them going, you know.
Tuan missed again, so Kelvin is in control.
Oh yeah, we got 2. I got Ton and Tuan. So
Ton,
yeah,
not Tuan.
Well, there we go. All right,
Kelvin
James
strikes.
is doing the grind. 68 in the 4th with a spare, and Tuan 64 in the 4th with a strike. So very close match there. Nice shot by Nolan. Still clean. 77 in the 4th with a strike in the 5th. Meanwhile, Brendan Guthrie, 3-bagger spare. And crosses over, leaves a 5. So what do you got going on? Any special now that you've bowled the Masters? You participating in state in a couple of weeks? Yes, no?
I think so, yeah. And then in May, back out to Vegas for Nationals. June's Bowl Expo.
Right.
Back out in
you
Vegas.
have to be out there for that.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like I should get an apartment out there these days.
Really? I said that to Myron, our national director. I said, you know, as much time as we're here and as much time as you have to be down here,
Yeah.
you need to just rent an apartment or buy a house, buy a condo.
Yeah.
You can probably buy a condo down there for dirt. Hell, you can probably buy a decent house for dirt down there still.
Yeah.
So,
It's growing quite a bit out there.
yeah, finally, it'll be the last to come back. Disposable income, first to hurt and the last to get it back. But it seems to be doing good. Nice shot. All right. So 64 in the 5th with a strike. And Kelvin, 107 in the 5th with a spare. Wow. 43-pin lead for Kelvin Mitchell. And Brendan Guthner trying to get it to hold. Leaves the 6. Currently up 22. Tron double. Here we go. He's coming back. He's not going to give up. I kid Twan because Twan's a landscaper, lives in Lakewood. This is his house. I mean, he is literally, you could dust him, he's here. So when it's raining, these guys will bowl like for 15 hours. These guys got to lock the door and tell them to go home, get some sleep, come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
He absolutely loves bowling here. Oh, that was a spare ball.
Yeah, so the back side friction here is so big that those right side spares, if you get a plastic ball spinning, it is
it's still going to walk.
Yeah. I bowl league here on Mondays, and there's so many 10 pins that are missed.
Oops.
And then you do that, right, with this resin ball.
Then you go OB and you go, whoops, want a spare too. They just gave another mark back.
If you get it right,
40-pin lead went to 30.
If you get it outside 5 before 40, it's not going to hook.
No.
It plays like it should out there.
Yeah. Well, again, because you're out of the
track area,
depression zone. All right, Nolan Carruthers with a double getting back in this match after Brendan missed that 9-pin with a plastic ball. And unfortunately, Kelvin leaves the head pin. He's on 127 in his 7th. 23-pin difference still in his favor.
The door was closed and he just unlocked it.
Yeah, well, he just tweaked it a little.
Just unlocked it, so now it can open.
You might be able to kick it in, but who knows? James Fleming, and slid the pin across the deck, almost carried out to 610. Nolan going for a 3-bagger. Oh! Irish Pogie, are you watching? Are you picking him to click or what? Ooh. Oh, that's right. He was scheduled to go in. That's right. Yeah, Pogie was going in for some minor surgery before he came out to see us. So hopefully everything's going good with him. You can still pick him, Pogue.
He's picking Nolan.
Why am I not surprised? Now Nolan's screwed.
This is going to be a strike for sure. Oh, no. Look at that. That door opened, and it is still.
Yeah, he's confused now.
Yeah.
And let's see. Oh! Woo! 127 in his 7th, barely making a spare. He's up 23. Nolan making a huge comeback here. He's now up 10. And Brendan needs to make this to keep it that way. Come on, there we go. Great shot. Excellent shot. Keep it within 10 pins. And James, all right, no problem with the 10-pin. 112 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th. Meanwhile, Tron 121 open in the 7th. So they're going back and forth.
Twan gets the 5-pin, so he's doing okay down there.
Yeah, even though it's back and forth, it's closer than you know what. Okay, Brendan looking to get a strike going here.
It's better.
Yeah, it's going to go through the face. 3-6. Oh, Ton crosses over for a strike. He's still, well, if he punches for 68, that means Kelvin would have to mark one of the last 2 frames, so comfort level's pretty good. This isn't done by any stretch of the imagination.
Don't hook.
That ball almost came back and kicked the 3 through the 6.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. All right, Kelvin Mitchell.
147,
170. Yeah, that should make him a winner. Ton Ho will go home tied for 5th for $150. Oh, I'm sorry, 130.
Are you writing him down? He can still lose, but
got it.
Takes a lot of strikes by Tom.
Nolan going for a 4-bagger. Spun it. And no, right in between them. 2-8.
Twan gets a strike to get comfortable down there.
That ain't over yet. Kelvin, no problem, because he can go 75 even if he doesn't make it. And the best Ton can do is 68. So Kelvin Mitchell's going to win this match. Hope you're doing okay, Pogie. Hopefully we'll see you out here in 3 weeks. Oh, Nolan, ball finishes late. Takes out the 8, leaves a 2. He's got 163 open in the 8th. Which now is a 2-pin match in Brendan Guthner's favor. So huge opening. Gives Brendan a chance.
I think James needs this to stay alive.
Yeah, he's got to go spare a sheet just to have a chance. And nope. 137 in the 9th. Best he can do is 67. Ton's got 170 in the bag, depending on the handicap difference. Leaves the 2. All right, Nolan. Get the spare and hold on and see what Brendan does 9th and 10th.
Yesterday we were talking, and you'd throw 4 good shots, feel good about yourself, and then throw the exact same shot, and it would be a completely different ball reaction.
Yeah. And unbelievable. Pogie, when you get out here, take Nolan to a bowling center and teach him how to make spares. Unfortunately, Open has left the door wide open for Brendan Guthner. Oops.
I think if he spares and fills 20, he'll lock Nolan out. In 19,
yeah. This is actually turning out to be the closest match yet. Okay, Brendan.
Clip the head pin.
6'10". 163.
And for all of you that think this is easy, come here and try it.
No, absolutely not.
I mean the spare right here.
Oh, well, with me, I don't care where I stand. I'm chopping the 6 off the 10 like nobody's business. I'm like 85%.
Well, here you'd probably kick the 6 over into the 10 because it'd hook enough.
Or wouldn't get either one.
You say that.
Yeah, I hate the spare.
Don't hook.
And, of course, it gets in your head. I turn around, I start laughing. I go, anybody? How much? I'll chop the 6 off the 10, clean his whistle. What do you want? 2 to 1, 3 to 1, They don't take me up on it, and sure as hell, I'll chop the 6 right off the 10. All right, so Twan Tron, with James having to finish the 10th.
He's got his shoes off.
He can shoot. Now he can't win, but he's still got to finish the game. Every game counts, so you still got to finish. So Twan Tron will advance. James will not. So our last match here is between Brendan and Nolan.
He needs 9 spare strike to force Nolan to strike out the tie.
Ooh, pretty good shot.
There's the 9. Pick this up in a strike, and Nolan will have to strike out the tie.
2. Oh, perfect. Thanks, Stepniak. Your mother's name wasn't Stepniak, was it? Maiden name? You sure?
Yeah.
Didn't come from Scranton, Wilkes-Barre area? You're positive?
Pretty sure.
It could be a geological thing. So, of course, James just got to go through the motions, and he'll throw 3 strikes, you watch.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes. FBAC, Phil Ball always carries. Brendan having to make the 10.
Oh,
ooh, he leaked it. Yep. Oh, look at this. Back and forth. 191. Nolan needs 20 in the 10th to win. 19, we have a tie, and I'm going to hurt both of them. Actually, I'll hurt Nolan because he's at the advantage. Well, of course, and that's Natural.
Yeah.
Everybody does that. We had a little Facebook pop here.
Chat from the Irish
Yeah,
Pogie.
chat room. Pogie says, yeah, when Nolan pops up, he pulls the ball. Absolutely. Lock the knee. Everything rotates to the left. There's no way you can take the ball right unless he's triple jointed and really throws the ball bad.
Yeah. See what's he need here.
Come on. Come on. All right, there's the 9. He needs spare.
Spare 9.
Spare 9 to tie.
And
Spare strike to win.
James fills up the 10th.
Well, I know. Well, the infamous Carruthers-Vasquez match of the century. It's all up to Nolan. All right, so James Fleming of San Antonio ties for $630, as does Tan Ho. So now we're finishing this match right here. Brendan ends up with 191 scratch, 223 with handicap.
I feel like we should tell him not to pop out of the shot so he doesn't pull it.
No. Yeah, you want to. Yeah, let's put that seed in there, right? Pop out, pop out. What are you talking about?
I don't want to watch it.
Oh,
hook.
no.
Oh,
Oh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, Pogie, there's your. I don't know if you could ever fix this guy, but when you get here, spares. Have him make spare after spare after spare.
he just said Nolan needs to stay down longer. I think he stayed down too long on that one.
Well, see, you put a seed in his head.
Know, right?
I hate that.
I don't think you can.
All right,
do
folks. Match round number 1 is open. When we come back, now these remaining 5 bowlers are in the megapod. Looks like Rick Maber is going to take on Brendan Guthner, and Tuan Tron is going to take on Kelvin Mitchell. So it looks like the pairs are going to be. Well, I think we'll go third. No, we don't want to do that. Flip them around. Put Kelvin. Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right, folks. When we come back, we'll have it sorted out, and you'll see round 2 matches. Again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Crown Lanes. I'm with Al the Wolfman Wolf. His great-grandfather was actually in American Graffiti, believe it or not.
Yes. Not really, but
Oh, come on.
it'd be a good story.
It
We
would,
could probably
yeah.
just tell it like it is.
And anyway, we'll be back in just a moment, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorsa here with Al Wolf, and we are for round number 2 of our top 8 eliminator here at Crown Lanes in Denver. Our second set of matches here, we have Tuan Tron, our third-seeded player, taking on our sixth-seeded player, Kelvin Mitchell. Kelvin from Aurora, Tuan from Lakewood. And on 21 and 22, we have our second seed coming in now, Rick Maber of Brighton, taking on our lowest remaining seeded player, which is Brendan Guthner out of Evergreen. And higher-seeded bowlers will lead off, so Tuan and Rick will lead the matches off. Everybody's in the megapod now, so the 2 bowlers that fail to advance out of this round, they each take home $370. And away we go. Third place at $640. Second place at $1179. Our winner today is going to take home $2359. Be a little bit more money next week, which is a good thing. Had a good turnout this weekend, even though the weather was absolutely gorgeous. All right, Rick Maber starts out with a strike. Even when Brendan was watching Rick practice, he says, God, I wish I could throw the ball like that. I said, on this pattern, yeah. Tuan, get out of there. All right. All right, so it just leaves the 4-7. Uh-oh. He tried to chop the 4 off the 7. And I do believe, does Tuan have handicap advantage in this round?
I'm trying to, yeah. I think
I'm
they
looking
carried
at
over.
here. Let's see.
I think it's 11, yeah.
Okay.
I think I caught it.
All right.
No, Kelvin. Kelvin has 11. I think what's up there is correct right now, 28 to 39. Kelvin gets 11.
Ooh. All right, Kelvin, 3-9, no problem. Good shot. That's not an easy spare on this, as you know.
Yep. So Kelvin gets 11 and
Yep.
Brendan gets 6.
Yep. Still, for handicaps that range anywhere from 150 to 225, less than a mark is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, no love. Couldn't get the forefin from behind. And Kelvin Mitchell. Speaking of another gentleman that was practicing all week here, even though it was on the house shot, but just getting lined up, getting the feel for the approaches and everything, was Kelvin Mitchell. Stopped in on Tuesday to talk to the lane man, and here's Kelvin. So I said, hey, we just dressed this pair. Go up there and throw here, throw here, throw here. And we were just seeing how they were playing. So he was my guinea pig on Tuesday, and I was laughing at him.
Making sure the cut was going to be less than 200?
Yes. I was determined. And, needless to say, the cut was 150 pins almost, different from the 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Ooh, Rick Maber comes up late, 245, but he's on a strike. So if he spares that, we'll take 1 pin away from Brendan. Become a 5-pin advantage. And Tron. And, ooh, can't kick out to 10. The amazing thing about Twan's game is I've never seen anybody hit the pocket as high as he does and carries. It's just amazing. And no problem. All right, so both bowlers with spares through 2. Kelvin Mitchell with a 10-pin advantage in handicap now. Rick Maber up on 21. Light hit the 5. Look at that.
Oh,
and it did. It worked.
That's about as
That was
close as
good.
you can get.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, for Rick Maber. Oop. Comes up late. 139. Okay, so we got that strike fix for Maber. And Brendan Guthner on the right lane, lane 22 for frame 3. High, 3-6-10. Now, when you guys go out to Bowl Expo, number one, is it in Vegas all the time, or is it where the Nationals is all the time?
Neither, actually.
Really?
So
Okay.
last year it was in Vegas and Nationals was Syracuse. This time they're both there.
Okay.
However, next year it is in Denver.
Really?
Yes.
What are they going to use? Convention Center?
No, so it's going to be at the new facility out by the airport, which is called, dang it, that's escaping me. They just built a huge convention center out by the airport.
Excellent. Well, that's actually pretty cool. They fly in, it's right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep, there's a light rail stop essentially from the airport right to it.
Perfect. Well, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That whole setup. They had plenty of time to work out the details of how that whole Stapleton area was going to develop. And I'll tell you, in 20 years, it'll be like a city.
Yeah.
Really, it's just going to get crazy. A city of its own, anyway.
Mm-hmm. They just built a hotel out there.
Great shot.
Interesting.
Yeah, they built a couple big hotels out there. Of course, the hotel in the airport,
Yeah.
obviously. The Whale.
Yeah, I guess when Denver annexed the land from Adams, I think it was originally, there was a deal that they wouldn't build anything out there for
so many years.
X number of years.
Which
and
I didn't
we're at the
understand.
end, yeah. There you go.
All right, there's a double.
Yeah. Don't have to fix that one.
Yeah, but a lot of my guys, when they were building the airport, obviously there were truckers, and literally 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, did nothing but haul concrete, stone, out to that area. And I'm going, they were going to get it done?
Yeah, so they're redoing the entire main building.
Yes, I heard that.
And if you're from Denver or seen any of the shows, there's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories about the Denver airport.
Yeah, the tunnels.
The tunnels, all that stuff.
Well, that's where Jimmy Hoffa's buried.
Right. And they're, if you go to the Denver airport anytime soon, they have a whole bunch of marketing materials around playing on that.
Oh, sure. Might as well go, feed off it. Yeah. Like, yeah, good. Yeah, you go over here, take this elevator, but go all the way down.
Yeah. And there's, at one of the ends by baggage claim, there's that mural that's like about world peace or something. I don't really know what the mural's about, but it's interesting. So they're joking they're going to make another one.
Oh, Lord. This is going to get good.
Yeah.
It'll be like the Nicolas Cage movies with the National
History.
Does Book of Secrets and all that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the Masons told me to take this elevator.
It's got a hook.
Oh. Oh, yeah. That was out in the weeds. I think he got a 5 count. Thank God he was on a strike.
Yeah.
Twan trying to get a strike here. Yeah. 2-7.
It definitely looks like one of those matches where if you stay clean, you're going to be in it.
Yeah. And it's a shame. Poor Nolan. He goes open 8th, 9th on spares. Nolan made more spares than anybody this weekend. He was a spare-making machine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he got in. He just grinded. Did a great job.
That looks pretty good.
Great shot. Oh, boy. And Brendan comes back after throwing the ball in the outer limits.
Yeah, I think this is the first time he's hit the 1-3.
65 and a 4th. And look at this. Both bowlers up. No, what do you got, a 14-pin difference? Yeah, to Rick Maber's advantage. Kelvin Mitchell. That was a great shot. Yeah. He liked it right off his hand. So he goes spare, open, double. This match can get that, one pin difference if he does throw a strike, and then it'll be 11. But you're right. Through 5, it's basically a scratch match. All right, Brendan. Little light, gets some pin count, just leaves a 2. And Kelvin Mitchell. All right, good count, just leaves a 5.
I think this pattern puts 23 feet down forward and then brushes it out from there. And him slow rolling it down this lane is like making my mind hurt because I don't know how it's not hooking at 25 feet.
It's making your mind hurt. Yes. I like that. Yeah. Hey, dude, you're not supposed to be able to do that.
I know. It's
pretty
very
wild.
Creative way to play it.
Exactly.
I mean, he's just rolling it forward, so it's not trying to hook. But
he's just laying it out there, letting the ball do its thing. When he did that when we threw the pattern out on 13 and 14 on Tuesday, and I told him, I said, move over and go. I want you to go right up 1. Move over. I want you to go up 5. Now, move all the way inside. I want you to wheel 18. And it was that slow roll, and I was going, I was saying to myself, how's he doing this on 40 flat?
Yeah.
Because he was actually getting in the pocket pretty good. Maybe. Oh, can't get the 6. He's close. Yeah. So I open my mouth and say he carries a lot of high strikes. He's thrown the ball high like 4 times. Yeah. Hasn't struck yet. But he's spared.
He's about to get his 6th spare out of it.
Really.
Rick for a double. All right, he's okay there. Just got to keep it clean down there.
That's going to be great for you guys next year for Bowl Expo.
Maybe. So Bowl Expo is more of a proprietor-based exposition, and then there's a secondary thing for the pro shops where they have ball demos and a little tournament, and Ipsia does some stuff.
Right.
That is usual. So the Bowl Expo is at the Paris this year, and then the pro shop portion is at South Point.
Okay.
So they're usually separate.
Okay.
So they do it at South Point because there's a center there, and they can do all the demos. The place that they're having it doesn't have center, and the closest center is about 50 minutes away.
Area of Aurora?
Yeah, so there's Aurora that's there, but that's too small.
Okay. Could you you go west on I-70 to Bolero Wheat Ridge, which has to be, like you said,
also
40 minutes, 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's also a little small on a concourse perspective because they have to set up all the demonstrations and stuff.
Gotcha.
So the two centers that
Arapahoe?
so Arapahoe.
For the openness and the length of the concourse, width of the concourse.
Yep, and it's not too bad to get there if they bust everybody down because they can just take 470 around.
Yes.
To get there. And Greeley.
Highland Park?
Yeah.
Really?
It's about the same distance.
Really?
Yeah, because they can go straight up to Greeley.
85?
Yep. They haven't decided yet, but they're still trying to.
That's very
figure
interesting.
It out. Yeah.
But both of those houses, the last two that we've mentioned, are both very league-oriented, tournament-oriented. That would make sense to me.
I think they're both BPAA centers, which is who does Bull Expo.
Okay.
So it would make sense to have it at a BPAA house. But I think the celebrities are also BPAAs. There's a couple other centers that aren't part of the AMF or sole proprietor stuff. So.
Ooh, Rick Maber goes for the face, 3-6. 147 in the 7th. Meanwhile, Brendan on a double. He'd have 134 in the 7th. That's a close game, as is this. And he's begging. Ooh, I hate that.
I hate this.
1-3-6-8. Not an easy spare.
It's hard to get the ball to go straight, too.
Well, unless it's you, because you could throw 80 miles an hour. It don't matter.
Yeah, but then it's hard to throw it accurately.
Oh, we can't have everything. Come on.
I wonder how he goes at it. He hasn't really thrown anything, but that's not a bad approach. Don't hook too much.
Look at this. Oh, and he almost did that.
Yeah.
All right, so 136 open in the 8th. And he gives it right back to Twan Tron. And Mixer, he does get the carry. So Rick Maber.
He needed that too, Brendan.
167 in the 8th, strike in the 9th.
Brendan's trying to make a run at
he's going to need that because now Brendan, if he throws this one, we're looking at just about, it's less than a mark.
Yeah.
With making that a 3-bagger, and then anything can happen going into the 10th.
It definitely gets the pressure back on Brendan.
Yep.
All right, this one's going to be high.
He just needed to cross over.
There you go.
There we go. $131 in the 7th, strike in the 8th. We'll give him a 15-pin lead scratch with a mark, 25 pins if he can double. And Brendan Guthner, 22.
Oh, get it.
Hit it. Oh, wow. They got great carry here. You thought that bit would fly over and take the 10 out with no problem. Twan? He's very lucky not to leave 4, 6, 7 or the big 4.
I think that's one of the first things they did here is the kick plates. You can see on 13 and 14 the kick plates from here. Obviously, people watching can't, but all of the other lanes have new ones.
Yeah, and you can tell, not even knowing that, you come in and you go, man, the carry here is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The action side to side is incredible. Oops, that's in the weeds. Yeah, he didn't have a chance. He leaked that one out. And so did Brendan. All right, so what do we got here? We got a 1-pin match if Kelvin can mark in the 9th. And Brendan opening in the 9th. That puts him in serious trouble. Gave it right back to Maber. And Maber throws first one at 10th. That match is basically over. So that was a huge miss by Brendan Guthner. And Kelvin, nope.
I think I described what his ball just did and how it wasn't doing it before. I don't know if I should have done that. That's 2 shots in a row for him.
Yeah, 1-3-6-10. On and open, though. But, yeah, right-hander making this. This ought to be fun. And look at that. He cannot get carry all of a sudden. Yeah. 2 good shots. Leaves a 10 in frame 9 and then misses. Now he's got a 7-pin first ball in the 10th. Kelvin leaked it out. Will it come back? Too much of an angle. 6-pin into the ditch on take out the 10.
Don't hook.
Yep. So now, both bowlers opening in the 9th. Kelvin Mitchell. It's a 1-pin match with handicap. How about this? What is it with these guys and trying to tie? What is it? Is that your fault?
Yeah.
Nobody wants it. Yeah. Tell me about it. Brendan, come on.
Did you have a tie
of course.
last week? Was it last week you had a tie? Did you have a tie recently?
We were extremely close last week, but no. So, yeah, go ahead and bring that up. Anytime we want to go to one of our favorite restaurants and get there before it closes, I have 3 ties. Then I wind up doing drive-thru.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kelvin.
That's fine. There's plenty of hook there.
Wow.
If you threw it like half a mile an hour faster, it goes in the gutter, but he did not, so it hooked.
Oh, Lord. So if he goes spare strike here, forces Twan to double. And that's not happened. 8 count gives him 163, 202. 85. So Twan does not have to double. He has to mark.
Yeah.
Yes. And what do we got over here? Rick
to
Maber.
fill 17. Spare and
Just
8
needs
for the
anything.
win. Well, I don't think he needs anything anymore. He was already up 10 before he threw that.
Okay. So Rick Maber is going to advance. 232, 213 over Brendan Guthner. Brendan go home tied for 4th. $370
okay.
altogether. 9 count.
That 9
so
pin fell late.
177.
Needs to pick this up. He shot at one like this on the last frame.
3.
He needs this and 8.
Is that what it is?
To win, yep.
Wow. 95. Yep, absolutely right. I'm looking down at the bottom.
Yeah, the handicap numbers down there are wrong. It's hurting my head again.
It's hurting your head.
So now I'm having to do a bunch of math real time. Don't hook.
Perfect.
There we go.
All right. So now he needs 8 to win or 9 to win?
8 to win.
Okay. Yep, -7. Okay, here we go. You better get 8 or more, Twan, or I'm going to hurt you.
No, he's got 8 or more every frame.
Yeah.
But 1.
Oh, sure. Let's jinx him now.
It was on 19. He's fine.
Okay. Good job. I like how you got out of that one. Okay.
Oh,
he pulled it.
Don't go in the face. Oh.
Wow. In a close game. Wow. Twan Tron survives. 204-202 over Kelvin Mitchell. Kelvin will go home tied for 4th again. 175 plus 195 for the Megapot. $370. So when we come back, folks, you're going to have our 2 winners of these matches here. We got Twan Tron taking on Rick Maber. Rick, the higher seeded player, and we're going to be right here on 19 and 20. You're going to see that match in just a moment. We're going to step aside for editing purposes. You're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Crown Lanes in Denver, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Sorsa here with Al Wolf, and we are in our semifinal match here at Crown Lanes in Denver. Our 2nd-seeded player, Rick Maber of Brighton, is taking on our 3rd-seeded player, Twan Tron of Lakewood. Rick, being the higher-seeded player, is going to lead the match. And shake hands, best of luck. These matches are close. There's a 2-pin difference in these two, and our tournament leader, Mike Vasquez of Wheat Ridge, will spot either one of these 2 bowlers 2 or 4 pins. So the matches have been real close all afternoon. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Our lone lefty is hanging in there. Rick pulled that. Leaves a 136. Rick is kind of funny. He joined the club about a year and a half ago, and he jumped in with both feet. Yeah. I mean, he was all in from day one, but he was only like maybe high 170 shooter. And he practiced and practiced and practiced, got equipment drilled, really got into the game, and raised his average almost 20 pins on this stuff. Amazing. So his league average is now low-mid deuce from a 170 to 180. I mean, that's a great move in a short period of time.
Yeah, I think bowling's become that way. There's so many resources available to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Where did Mr. Tron go? There he is. He's coming out of the dressing room.
Yeah.
So I thought he was going to run out naked or something, but that's not going to happen. All right. Again, Rick leading off will finish this match last on the even lane. That looks better. Yes, Mixer, good shot, take out the 7. Is that his first strike?
No,
Since he moved to this pair? Once?
Game, yeah.
All right.
It was the Brooklyn strike.
That's right, yeah.
All I know is if he loses his shot, it's nobody but his own.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is, Brooklyn again. Oh, 5-pin.
He was hoping.
Greg Stray just helped, and Bull Expo will be at the Gaylord.
Okay, thank you.
He did that about 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
Haven't been out there, but it is big.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Very big. If you ever drive to the airport, it's on the south side. It is huge.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been known to drive out there on occasion.
It's south of the airport.
I never see it, but I come from the north.
Yeah.
Ooh, very, very lucky. Only leaves a 6. Again, this is a 40-foot flat pattern. I wouldn't really call it red square per se. Let's just say that we tried to get it to be 40 feet flat as best we could.
Yeah, it's definitely flat.
Yeah.
I will say that it is 100% flat.
So now next week we'll get the truer, more realistic red square at Coal Creek with Cliff Moxon and obviously Rob Warner. They'll be out there making sure it is what it is. Should be a great turnout at Coal Creek. We haven't been there in a long time. Just due to my commitments and General Manager Chris Meska's commitments, we just couldn't hook up. Last time we were there was our regional. It's last September. So everybody's really anxious to get back to Coal Creek. Nice center. In Lafayette, just north of Broomfield. Oh, it's a good shot. There we go. So he's perfect on lane 20. Now it's a 5-pin lead. Can make it 15 with a double. Ooh, just couldn't kick out the 6 from the back. It was always a possibility.
I bet he's left more 6-pins today since you said that he always carries high than he usually does ever.
Can't hear you.
Scott can't talk because once again he's stuffing his face. You know, for a guy that only weighs 140 pounds soaking wet, this guy eats his body weight.
Hold on.
Oh, Twan. Very rare that Twan misses spares, let alone single pin spares. He's pretty good about that. Well, unfortunately, the Rockies are losing once again. I think they're going to have a mental problem with the Dodgers this year. Oop, crosses over, but leaves a 6-10.
They're probably all thinking everybody on the other side of the field makes twice as much as me. And then they are right.
Yeah.
Except for Arenado, he's probably close.
Yeah, he's cool with that. 75.
Took that 15-pin lead and made it pretty much nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe. And, ooh, nope. Okay. 2-4. Wow. 3-pin difference? Wow. Number 5, close match. Hold. Ooh, he almost flagged it left again. Wow. Okay, so 5 consecutive spares for Rick Maber, 73 in the fourth, to Twan's 68 in the fourth with an open. Gives him a 3-pin advantage, Rick Maber that is, halfway through our semifinal match. Hold it a little. Yep. 2-7. Hey, Twan made this the last time he left it, so let's hope for good things for him. Looks good. Yep. All right, Twan Tron. Yeah, we got ourselves a match here. Rick Maber with a 3-pin lead with handicap. Five consecutive spares for Rick. Twan, until that last one, was perfect on lane 20 with strikes, but left that 2-7, but converted it. And no love, leaves the 4. Meanwhile, lurking in the back, Mike Vasquez, our tournament leader, getting loose on 13 and 14. And, no problem there. All right. For those of you ABT members listening out there, don't forget the Denver branch hosting a $10,000 first place spring regional at the end of this month. That'll be at AMF North Glen, 104th and Interstate 25. You do not have to pre-register, but we ask you to get there at least an hour ahead of the squad you wish to bowl. Block qualifying, there'll be a cut every 3 squads. Friday night at 6, 8, and 10 on the 26th, and then 12, 2, and 4 on Saturday, and 6, 8, and 10 Saturday night. And Sunday, I believe it's 10 and 12 on the 28th. So 4 cuts, 3 games of semifinals, and then we do Survivor Finals, which is always fun to watch. Oop, a little too high. 2-4-7. Maber with a huge double there.
Really put the pressure on.
Sure did. It's up 19 scratch. And really, Twan, after basically being perfect on lane 20, has seemed to kind of lost it. Finish. Almost chopped it. All right. Converts a spare. Rick Maber up 17, I think. Yep, 7, I guess. But Rick on a double. Oh, that was not good. He was very, very lucky just to leave the 4, or the, 4-pin. Seems like he's wanting to guide the ball now into the pocket rather than just do what he was doing in the beginning. Never a good thing. Wow. That was a big miss.
I was going to make the comment earlier, I don't know how he's getting a shot on spares not to hook. And then it played out to his disadvantage there. Now the Rockies are really losing.
Of course. Ooh, speaking of losing, just when you think Rick's going to wrap this match up, 4-6-7.
If he gets 2, looks like he'll be...
Ooh.
Gets 1.
38, 146 in the 8th.
14.
To 132 in the 8th. Wow, he's still up 12 pins, but he could have literally said adios to Tuan Tran. He could have walked away with this, which he still could do, and it's only a 12-pin match now with 2 frames to go. And again, Rick will finish last.
Got to hook a little.
And get a mixer, 4-5. Now we really got a close match if he can't convert this. Wow. How things change.
Earlier, I was watching someone to my right, and they left the 5, 6, 10 3 times in a row and made it all 3 times.
Get out of here.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's going to be no. So 155 open in the 9th. This match literally comes down to like 2 pins. And it's Tuan to finish first. Well, I'll tell you what, he doubles right here. He goes from losing to almost locking him out.
Yeah.
Crazy. Will the Rockies ever score another run in their existence is the question. And not against the Dodgers. And up, boo, through the face, leaves the 4 again.
I'm wondering if he's dried that out a little bit. He looked pretty okay with that shot off his hand. He didn't really...
Yeah.
Let this one slide by left last time. Let's see
Yeah.
if he makes a little adjustment. Or
Now he pulled
no.
it. And look at this. So he flags it left the first time and pulls it right the second time.
Oh.
Unbelievable. So 12-pin lead again for Rick Maber, which literally means a marquee wins, no matter what Tuan does.
Yep.
Crazy, 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 crazy. Tuan opens twice, so does Rick Maber. Well, gets that 10 out, so he leaves the 4-7. And again, that 4-pin's been haunting him.
If he can make it and strike, he'll force him to get 8.
Ooh, there's pressure. Especially the way Rick throws, hard and straight up the gutter. No problem. I like his chances.
I know if I was trying to get 8, I'd probably just throw it like that. Oh, don't do that again.
No problem there. Okay. So if Tuan strikes here, he'll shoot 161 with 28, 189. And Maber already at 181. And like you said, 8 pins in 2 balls. Like his chances.
9 for the win. 8 for a tie.
Probably going to be his best shot, right? Of course.
Yeah. That's what you
FBAC,
mean
Phil
by
Ball always carries. Yeah.
6 pin.
All right, so Tuan Tran, 161, 189 with handicap. And again, Rick Maber, 8 pins and 2 balls to get into the final match. So Tuan right now guaranteed 640. Unless Maber absolutely does something incredibly stupid.
Oh.
And that's enough.
He got enough out?
Thank you.
Actually, we're tied right now.
Don't say that.
He's got to keep it on the lane. He's got to get one of them.
63. Right you are. Needs 1. Do not flag it right.
Oh,
do not pull
don't
it
hook,
left.
don't hook, don't hook.
It won't.
Got it.
There we go. All right, Stepniak, go back to bed. He didn't miss. All right. So Rick Maber is going to move into our championship match against Mike Vasquez of Wheat Ridge. Twan Tron of Lakewood goes home in third place, but he takes home $640. I take that back. Yeah, $640. Good finish for Rick Maber, 175. And 26 for 201 to Rick Twan Tron's 189. And when we come back, folks, our championship match right here on 19 and 20 will feature Rick Maber of Brighton taking on our tournament leader, Mike Vasquez of Wheat Ridge. You're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Crown Lanes in Denver. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorsa here with Al Wolf, and we are viewing our championship match participants here for big money here at Crown Lanes in Denver. The winner of this match is going to take home $2,359. Second place, not too shabby, at $1,179. Our tournament leader, Mike Vasquez of Wheat Ridge, going up against our second seed, as it turns out, Rick Maber of Brighton. 2 pin difference in handicap. Mike has agreed to lead the match, so away we go. This will be interesting. He was getting some tips from Brendan Guthner. Of course, Brendan's a two-hander that bowled on this pair earlier, and telling him, you need to get left of where I was playing. It was very noticeable on 20. He needed to do exactly that, but when he got the ball down the lane late, the ball shaped up really well.
Yeah.
So
when I caught this in qualifying, the left lane 19 was hooking significantly more.
Yes, it is.
20.
Look at this. That ball just set up and went sideways. Wow. 1-3-6-8. Hey, we've seen that before.
Yes. Let's see if he take a different approach at it.
Yeah, exactly. That was Kelvin Mitchell.
I think I finished on 19. I was throwing it almost halfway down the lane, and Jason Poole said it hooked in the air.
As only Jason could state it.
Yeah. I mean, it did. As soon as it touched the lane, it hooked.
Yep, exactly. What do you mean skid the ball?
Oh, that's a good approach.
Ooh, I don't know.
Hooked a little bit.
All right, it was a good idea, but the ball just wants to go. So 7 pins, frame 1. And Brendan's going, hey, stupid, keep going left with your feet, especially on 19. So Now Rick Maber obviously throws much straighter, not as much hand as Mike. And he pulled it. Should almost carried that, leaves a 6. Rick has a 2-pin advantage, so he can be up by 15 with just a spare here in frame 1. As crazy as this pair is breaking down, who knows? Much better. Good shot. Yeah, 19, like you said, and just watching Mike, significantly more as far as hooking on 19 than 20.
I know 17 and 18 hook more. I've never noticed 19 until this weekend. But we didn't have the ball in 17 and 18, thankfully.
Yeah, for whatever reason, those approaches were just crazy. Hit some thin. No, he almost left that 4-5 again. Yeah. Leaves a 4. Yeah, it was wild. I mean, Alan Hobbs, the mechanic here, does a great job. They only do the approaches once a week. They're synthetic, of course. And had them all done, ready to go for a first special entry squad today. The only pair in the house where you could not slide at all, and Rick did it again. He goes past the 4-pin. 19 is just crazy hooking. Anyway, 17 and 18, they couldn't slide at all. I mean, nothing. So we came out, we cleaned them, we buffed them, let them sit, and even after letting them sit through even through the semis, they were better, but not even close to the rest of them. I had no issues at all with the approaches other than 17 and 18 this week. We're pretty crazy.
I think Mike just made the move he needs to make on 19 on 20.
So he's confused is what you're saying.
Not that he's confused. He just hasn't figured it out yet. Those are different.
Okay. 1, 2, 4, 10. Of course, Rick opening in the second helps Mike a little bit here. If he can actually get this to get a mark here, get right back in this match. And will he do it? No. Ball hooks again. So we're at 15 to 28. 13. He's down 15 pins. But again, only 2 frames. Basically a mark. Both bowlers shaking their head.
I'm just checking to make sure I'm not bowling on 17 and 18 tomorrow.
Here?
Yeah. I think I'm on 19 and 20.
Oh, there you go. So remember that 19 hooks for this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work. Yep. Close frame is good, and don't change a thing.
I actually think I had 3 Brooklyn strikes on 19 because I could not get it right at the head, just to stay right at the head pin.
He fell out of that shot. Right through the face, leaves a 6 again.
Stays out of trouble.
Yeah. So you went 6-pin spare, 4-pin miss, and 6-pin.
So this coming week we have the PBA playoffs.
Oh, here at Crown on Monday?
No, PBA playoffs all week. It's going to be out at Portland at Bayside.
Okay.
And other televised sporting events. And then there's a little known event on NBC Sports Universal, which is the
Good shot.
Bolero Elite Series, where it's 8 PBA guys against 8 Bolero League bowlers. Winner
Really?
takes home $270,000.
And this will be where?
I think it was filmed in Chicago on the 2nd, and they're airing it the 9th, so Tuesday.
Interesting. Wow. Very fortunate just to leave the 3. Years ago when I worked for Brunswick, we had the national team tournament where each member of the team each got a Daytona. That was pretty wild.
Like a Dodge Daytona?
Dodge Daytona, yeah. Back in the mid-'80s. That was pretty cool. And that was filmed up at Lakehurst Bowl. And
it was at one of the
Waukegan,
Chicago
Illinois.
centers, I think, that they filmed it.
I would think so.
Yeah.
They got a few between the old AMFs and the Brunswicks. There's
over
a bunch of
300, I
centers
think,
there.
yeah.
Country Club Lanes comes to mind. You got Northern Bowl where they used to have the World Open. Set. Ooh, that could have carried. That was a pretty good shot. Leaves the 4. Yeah, I heard even my old center in north side of Chicago, in the northern suburbs, which when I took it over was only a few years old, Deerbrook Lanes between Deerfield and Northbrook, Illinois. I heard that is closing down, which really bums me out because I had great memories running that center. And from there, I came here. So, oh my goodness!
Yeah, they've got 2 runs this inning, and they're still going to lose the inning by 3.
You had to bring that up, right? All right, Rick Maber. Let's see. He is down 4, but he can get it right back with a double here. Frame 5. Ooh, good shot. All right.
All right, peanut gallery.
Give him more peanuts, no beer. More peanuts, less alcohol.
Well, we put them in the circus.
Well, they've been there, trust me. All right, so we got 48 and a third for Rick Maber with a double. Mike Vasquez, 54 and a fourth with a spare. Down 24 scratch now, so he's down 26. He'll be down 36 if Rick strikes. Oh! Wow. Romeoville, okay. Oh, he did it again. pulled it left. 8 out on a double. Gives him 102 in the 6th with an open. Mike Vasquez, if he can get a mark here in the 6th, will only be down 10 pins, which, considering he could have been down 30-some, is a huge break. Take advantage of it.
He's been around the pocket the last 3 frames, too, which is considerably better than the first 2.
Yes.
He switched balls on this lane.
Whoa!
So I think we're about to figure out if he really figured it out, if he picks up that ball to throw it on 19. And he's going to.
The peanut gallery's getting larger. This match has to be over quickly. Or it'll be a raid.
So it looks like Mike's
or we're going to run out of alcohol.
He's going to try the same thing on 19.
Yes, very true, Matt.
I don't know how this is going to turn out. Tried throwing it a little harder.
More juice. And oh! Nolan in the background just shaking his head, going, I could have been somebody, Howard. And Mike just laughed and said, that could be you up there, Nolan. I could be kicking your butt with those shots. Now Rick went from possibly being up 36 to now being behind. Actually, right now it's pretty much scratch.
It's 14 and 11 right now.
Okay, no problem for Rick. Makes that 6 pin. So through 7 of a 10-pin difference. Actually, this match got extremely close. Rick, maybe. Oh, all right.
Even
a
his
little bit better.
Starting to hook too much on 19.
Yeah. 121 in the 7th. Leaves a 3-pin. This match is extremely close. We're looking at 1 pin, possibly 2. Unless Mike can throw another one here. Which could be up to a 12-pin advantage going in the 9th frame. Okay. Got no issues there. So Rick Maber sparing in the 8th. And Mike Vasquez, he will finish last, going up for frames 8 and 9, working on a double. Right now, the best Rick can do is he can sheet it for 201 scratch. And obviously, Mike can sheet it for 224, but highly unlikely given the lane condition.
Oh,
that's going to hook. Well, he got very lucky, just leaves the 3. Look at this match. Incredible.
If he makes this, we could be tied, I
think.
think.
If he makes this, we are tied with 2 frames to go.
Those 2 pins are gone. Well, they were gone a long time ago.
Yeah. But again, just 2 frames ago, Rick Maber had a chance to be up 36 pins with 4 frames to go, and now he's hanging on for dear life. Mike has battled back to tie. Hard and straight. All right. 123 in the 7th with a spare. To Rick Maber's 121 in the 7th with a spare. So we are dead even, folks, with handicap. Mike spotting Rick 2 pins, and that's exactly what he's leading Rick Maber by. So we got a
2-frame game.
Yep, 2-frame game.
All right, let's see what he does this time. Tried really hard last time.
Both bowlers on spares.
Still threw it hard.
Stay aggressive. Very lucky. And, thought that pin was going to roll around the deck and possibly take that 6-pin out. But 9 on a spare with blown out lane condition. Pretty good. No problem with the spare there. All right, so Mike Vasquez, 142 in the 8th, spare in the 9th. And he'll know what he needs when he gets up, because Rick Maber's going to finish first. And this is 9th frame for Rick, and he's working on a spare.
Crossover.
Oh, couldn't get the 9 out. So we're still tied. Makes the spare. We are tied going into the 10th. Can't you feel the excitement? Wake up.
I'm just trying to figure out how they're going to.
Yeah. Oh, God, if they got to bowl another game on this,
19.
we might have to go get fire extinguishers.
Right. There you go.
Looks pretty good. Okay. Here we go, folks. A 1-frame game. And Rick will set the pace.
On what would likely be the harder of 2 lanes, but for him, I don't know that he's noticing it as much as mine.
I don't think his game will, like I said, dictate the difference more. Obviously, it's going to be more extreme.
Have a big of an
with
effect
Mike.
on him.
Yeah, exactly.
He has moved considerably left, so he's trying to get back. All right.
Oh, all right.
I am sure you
6-10.
can hear that. There is a huge crowd forming here. Or maybe there's 3 guys down there.
Well, yeah, there's 3 alcohol imbibed gentlemen. And I think Rick has started throwing $20 bills at him just to get him to keep him pumped up.
Yeah. If you've never watched the PBA playoffs, this is what it sounds like.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Okay. Here's the big thing. If he gets a strike here, to beat him, Mike's got a double. So, fill ball, all important. Okay, Rick 158 in the 9th with a spare in the 10th. Then fill ball. 8 count. Well, he gives Mike room. 176 with handicap 202.
All right, so 9 spare 7, 8
Is a
spare
tie.
8, or 7 spare 9 are ties.
Okay.
I'm just saying there's a couple ways.
So you've never played craps in your life. You have no clue about the percentages and the odds or anything, right? You just bounce that stuff right off. I have to find out what he does when he's not in the pro shop. I guarantee he's up the hill playing craps. That's all there is to it. All right. Ooh, will it hold? And, oh, yeah, it gets 9.
Oh, the dreaded 5 pin.
Yeah, really.
It's back.
Easy. All right, so he's up 1 right now. So if he goes spare 8, he wins.
Spare 8 wins.
Okay.
Spare 7.
We're not going to go there. Let's work on the spare 8 minimum.
There we go.
All right. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an $1,100 fill ball.
It always carries unless it's for $1,100.
It's either going to be $2,359 or $1,179. $1,180 fill ball. How you like that for pressure? You have your brain work on that for a while you're in your backswing, right? We don't want 7.
Oh, no.
And that's exactly what we get.
I called it, kind of.
And the bar remains open, folks, and this is going to get ugly. No, because the handicap is not the same. So let us step aside for just a moment. We'll re-enter the information, and we'll come back for round 2 in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, round 2 of our championship match. These two, I'll call them gentlemen, tied. Mike Vasquez threw a 7 count to tie Rick Maber of Brighton. They're going to do it again. Mike, being the tournament leader, has elected to lead again. So shake hands and we'll bowl again. And again, he's spotting Rick Maber of Brighton 2 pins. Amazing, considering at one point Rick could have been up 36 pins. Mike coming back and then realistically should have won.
Yeah.
But all right, frame 1 for Mike Vasquez. Come on. Ooh, Wiggles at 3 pin. You know, at this point, if I'm a righty, I'm going Brooklyn, period. Carry percentage is better. I'm going to line up Brooklyn and just go for it. So we're even, so I won't be pissed at you because I'm now eating drive-through instead of going in a restaurant. All right, Mike Vasquez, no problem, makes the 3. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, Mike started out the last game, split the open up and managed to crawl back into it.
Ugh.
Rick Maber trying to backdoor the 1-3-6. Leaves a 1-3.
I hope he didn't think that was good because that hooked a lot.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's thumbing the ball now.
Yeah.
And I think, it's a lot of games today.
Did he
The
qualify
fatigue
today too?
factor
Or
is.
did he qualify yesterday?
Yes, he did. It took him 3 times, but he did qualify yesterday.
So that's 12 yesterday.
12 yesterday and
This is his 6th game today?
6th game today, yeah. That's going to be close. Yep, okay.
He's still getting
Went
to
from
go down
big
19.
4 to just a 7 pin.
At this point, you'd have to think every spare counts because there's not going to be a lot of strikes.
No.
Unless somebody gets lined up on the other side like you suggested.
And there are times, and you know this as well as anything, that
Oh, hold on.
it just so happens that the way they break down, a right-hander, the ball will just naturally cross over. The carry percentage is incredible.
Yeah.
And people used to laugh. You go, you going to move? Why? I'm not moving. Come get me. You kidding me? Especially in a one-game match for money. The uglier, the better, as far as I'm concerned. That's going left. Yeah, see? He's listening to me.
He never got it right at maybe he's trying to do that. I don't know.
All right, he's only down 1 now. Ooh.
He's cutting into it.
Yeah, he can take the lead by 9 with a double. How scary is that? He had 15 in the second in the first match.
All right, he did it again. This is going Brooklyn.
All right, leaves the 6-10.
It's such a weird feeling to bowl on a lane like 19 because you know that you've thrown it right a few times and it hasn't hooked at all. But you can't get it right anymore.
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
You're either getting it out to the twilight zone and it's gone, or like you said, it just reads just enough that it's going to go left. All right, good shot. Yeah, that's a brutal situation.
Yeah.
Your mind tells you what you're supposed to do, but you really don't want to do that.
And a lot of times on this, the middle of the lane hooks so much that the ball...
It can't get through it.
On every other shot.
Oh, look at that.
Great shot
Great
for a
shot.
9-pin. You know you're hitting your mark where you think you should, except for the ball's not projecting through the middle of the lane, so it's coming off the pattern 3 boards left of where it would normally.
Yes.
Because it's hooking 3 boards in the middle of the lane. So you feel like you're throwing it where you want to, but it's just covering more boards than you think in the middle.
Okay, no problem there. That was a great shot by Rick. All right, so right now we are tie. There's a shock, huh? Through 3 with the 2-pin difference in handicap. And people are calling me, asking me, oh, Stepniak. Yeah, he can. You know, well, I'll be nice. I just won't. I will call 911 and tell them to go to Joe's house in Westminster that there's something weird happening inside.
Hold on. Pull that a little.
Ooh, 138.
You got 7. Count's going to start to matter, too.
Yes, absolutely.
It could have been 5.
Okay, anybody at the Westminster Police Department watching, please go see Joe Stepniak at this time.
Oh, we might have the first conversion of this.
Ooh, good shot. Not the easiest of shots to
It's
make.
been left 4 times on 19. That's the first time it's been made.
Yeah. All right, 4th frame for Mike Vasquez.
There you go.
I like that. Oh,
See,
and look at that.
It's a
It
little
did.
fast. I think
Yeah.
it's 16 on that one.
Wow.
15-2.
1, 2, 4, 5, 10. 5 count on a spare.
That's an 8 pin.
So now 8 pin.
1,
Okay.
2, 4, 8, 10.
Yeah, 1, 2, 4, 8, 10. So now we're back to the 2-pin handicap difference. Both bowlers tied scratch through 3, but again, Mike's going to make this washout.
I feel like he's just got to get 4 here. Don't even try to get the other one.
I agree. And gets 3. Okay. So 63 in the 4th. Rick Baber sitting in the clubhouse is now up 14. Mike needs to get that behind him and just get back to where he was doing, grinding it out. It will be in the summer, but the dates are not confirmed yet. It'll be sometime in June, I'm assuming. Summer schedule is not complete yet. The only date complete in the summer is Centennial Lanes, I believe, is our first week of June.
He threw that in about the exact same spot as he did the one on 20, and that's about the difference.
Yeah. Our national doubles July 4th weekend will be at Bolero Wheat Ridge, and they're the only 2 that have been confirmed at this point.
Hang on.
Memorial Day singles, which starts our summer bonus points contest, will be at Holiday Lanes in Lakewood.
When's the double event? Is that July 4th weekend?
July 4th weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a 4-dayer.
I hope
That'll be huge.
I know. I'll be there. I don't know if I'll get the bowl. It's at Wheat Ridge, right?
Yes. But being a national event, you are allowed, of course, to participate. You just have to get coverage. And since all 3 of you, oh no, Michael,
he cannot
because he's a PBA member. So here we go.
Yeah.
Michael, since you were stupid enough to get your card,
you know,
you're working in the pro
We
shop.
found out today that on the PBA site they have recommended shops, and it's shops where owners are
of course.
PBA members.
Yeah.
And I think we're one of the few in Denver that are still
Wow, I'm surprised.
in that.
Because if you remember, well, I don't know if you remember, but years ago, that PBA bowling sticker on your pro shop window meant everything.
Yeah.
It carried a lot of weight. It really did.
It did. It got brought up to us today that we were on there. We didn't know.
That's cool. Well deserved.
He's going to participate in most of his first PBA 50 events this stop. So
Well, look at these. 1, 2, 3, 6 spares for Rick Maber. Mikey with an open, but a double gets him right back in it.
told you spares are going to matter this one.
God, no doubt. No doubt.
I just think he's going to try to throw the same shot, and it's just not going to hook again. Oh, you got it in. That'll be fine.
Excellent. That was very good. Best shot he's thrown yet.
Yeah. I mean, the one on 19
And that
was
was
a great
gutsy after that 5-count washout.
one. Yeah. Well, he didn't get it as wide that time.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is hard because on 19 you have to. And
Yeah. Yeah, 20, the OB, it comes up and bites you really
Yeah.
quick.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this one goes in the face right through the nose because he's going
He's going to try to do the same thing.
to try to repeat shots is what we're trying to do
Sure.
out there. Don't hook.
Ooh! Huge three-bagger.
He walked back and said, I'm going to get you to dinner tonight, Nick. It's
Yeah,
gonna
right.
happen."
Yeah. Not a chance. Not unless we're going
He's
to his
just trying
house
to-
and he's making dinner in the
He's
kitchen.
trying to throw one shot. Just one shot at a time.
By the time I get packed up, no, not happening.
Get over there. There
Oh, here we go.
He said, not yet. We're going to make this a
That's
tie if we can.
Yeah. We still have drunks that have not passed out yet and are still involved.
It sounds like it's packed in here, but there are only I know. Crossover.
Ooh, maybe?
Hook.
No, I thought he was going to kick the 10 out.
Still clean.
Hold on. Yep. All right. Wow, 7 spares and a strike to make the cut.
Oh, hold
Ooh,
on.
that's going to go left. Yep. 3-9. So a good run. He's got a 3-bagger.
This is also really
121 and a
tough on this
6.
because you can't get the ball to hook when you get it that far right. So
Yep.
you've got to almost go
all
straight
kinds of
at
ways
it.
not to make this.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've got to go almost dead straight at these. Get as much angle on the lane as possible.
If he only gets one, he's down 5 pins with 2 frames to go. If he makes it, he's up 7. Wow. Very good shot.
Yep.
Very good shot. That's one of those check your shorts releases. You hope you did the right thing. And he did. He threw the ball very well. And that's a big turnaround. Again, he's up 7 pins 2 frames ago. Both bowlers working on spares, and he 8th.
He's moved quite a bit more left on 19. I
And
think he's figured it out.
The nice thing is, again, for Mike, this is the last time he's on 19, which is hooking way, way much more. Wow, 5-7. 5-7 split in the 9th. He can make this.
Hoagie just asked if there's ever been a double tie.
Yes. Both ladies are no longer with us. I've killed both of them. 1986 AAA bowl in Aurora. The girl that tied the second time left the 4-7, 9-10. First ball in the 10th, needed 1, and threw it right down the middle, missed them all. And I had to go to another game.
If he gets 1 here, we're back on count.
Ooh! That's 68 to 52. 72. Yeah, could be 4 to 6 pin difference if Rick can mark in the 9th. And absolutely, there was another one too, and I believe it was Chuck Von Hortnell and Joe Stepniak.
That looks pretty good.
At AMF Broadway, I believe, they tied twice. Which Joe loved, of course, and I've hated him ever since. That's how far back it goes, to be honest with you. All right, so.
All right. Spare 7, and then they both fill 20 in the 10th, and we got a tie.
Thank you so much for letting us know that. Ooh.
All right. Nick, you want him to get anything but 7 right here.
Kind of like craps.
Yes.
You don't want 7.
You do not want him to get 7 right now.
All right.
See the money on the table.
Somebody's going to have to call one of those Ambo limos, and we have to just tie him to a gurney and take him home with restraints. Okay. Crossover.
That's
Ooh,
9. That's
5
good.
pin. Yeah, that's cool.
That's good.
170 in the 9th. So now he's up 4 pins. So he gets a spare here. Mike has to double. Not going to happen. Yeah. Well, that's because they're inebriated. They can't add. Well, they can't add even when they're sober.
Oh, you got a
You've
spare.
seen the recaps. How many score entries do we see on a weekly basis? It's hard to imagine that these people ever got through the 4th grade of basic arithmetic. It's amazing.
All right, he needs to fill 7 to make him double.
7 makes him double. Okay.
7 makes him double.
There goes that 7 again. We got to go up to Blackhawk. Since I can't go to my favorite restaurant, might as well go up the hill and eat the buffet.
Oh, he's going to hit the head spin again. Oh, 9.
And no.
All right, good news is if he doubles, he's likely to get more than 3.
Yes. Even on this pattern, I would agree with you. But he does have to double.
Yeah, on the easier lane.
Otherwise, he loses by 3. 3 minimum. So he's got to double. Double in any count wins. Any non-strike on this shot, Rick Maber is your champion. Will it hold? And no. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Maber of Brighton is your champion. Great matches. Mike Vasquez will go home in second place. Mike from Wheat Ridge, he takes home 400 plus 779 for 1179. And Rick Maber of Brighton, 800 for first plus 1559 for 40% of the megapot for 2359.
What number title is this?
Second, I believe.
Second. You
All right,
good
good
effort.
effort.
He'd been there before. He did go clean.
Yeah, he's a grinder.
Yeah.
He really is. He's a grinder. That's what makes him so tough, especially head to head. He really won't give it to you. You're going to have to beat him. And it's kind of like Joe Stempniak's the same way. He just grinds you to death.
Yeah.
You got to beat him. He will not give you the match. All right, of course. Oh, no, 5-7 again. All right, great match, ladies and gentlemen. 215 to 210. Rick Maber of Brighton is your champion. And when we come back, folks, we'll have a quick chat with Rick. And again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour Denver branch. We're here at Crown Lanes in Denver, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Sorsa, Scott Sledgister here at Crown Lanes, and I'm with my new ABT champion, Rick Maber of Brighton. Rick, we were talking at the break. Al Wolf asked me, he says, how many titles has this guy won? He's tough. Look at he throws a clean 189. And you know, when you're bowling match play on a brutal pattern with really one lane blowing up more than the other, that was some great bowling.
It was tough.
It really was. And you know, you had an incredible lead in the first round. If you'd have thrown that strike instead of that split, you'd have been up 36 pins, and it completely turned around and made it a close match. But it happens on stuff like this. But you were very, very smart. You kept it simple as you could, hit the head pin, make your spares, and when patterns get ugly like this, that makes you a lot of money. So first title, sweet, $2,359. And well-deserved for you, because I remember when you joined, and I remembered your game, and then I remembered that you absolutely got into it. You practiced hard. You practiced. You went through a bunch of equipment. You went through some hand position changes, some span changes. It's now come to fruition.
Come together.
Yes, which I'm very, very happy for you, because it's nice to see that
the outcome.
Effort. Yeah, it's nice to see that all that work and effort that you've put into it works. So is James still doing your stuff up at Northland? Very good. Good for James. And I'm trying to remember the name of those pro shops again, because most of them are on the East Coast. One's at Green Mountain now, and one's up at North Glen, but it escapes me right now, and I apologize, gentlemen. But James up there at North Glen, where our regional is going to be in a couple of weeks. Great job. He's there all the time. He puts a lot of hard work into his shop, doing really good. Bolmart, thank you very much. See, if he wasn't my puppet, I'd have nothing. I wouldn't know. He's an encyclopedia of worthless crap, is what he is. No, thank you very much, Scott. But no, Bowler Smart, very well known on the East Coast. In fact, the gentleman that ran one of the biggest shops in Florida came up here when we had a regional at Green Mountain when they were just opening up, and came out just to service the club while we were bowling our first regional. He liked the area so much, he's now here full time. Excellent. So great job for all of them. Now, what do you do for a living besides win ABT titles?
Auto mechanic.
Auto mechanic. All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. I have a bunch of them in the club. It would be fun to, like, if we ever did a team event, I get you, Ken Bailey, and Ramon Bates. Ramon's a foreign car specialist. Bailey just does everything. And we'll get all you guys. It'll be like, wrenches and something. We'll think of something for a team name, and we'll just sick you on everybody. But, yeah, great job, buddy. Awesome. Again, it's going to not really be close. It gives you an inkling of what this pattern's going to be next week at Coal Creek because of the difference in the surface. The machines are different. So when we put that red square out next week, it'll give you a truer indication of what's going to happen in North Glen 2 weeks after that. The cool part is Rhonda Gregory up there at AMF North Glen is going to be putting out this pattern Wednesday nights after the league's over, so the guys can practice on it. A lot of the guys I've already talked to and said, really? And I said, yeah, get up there and work on it. You're going to have like 3 weeks worth of bowling up there to get lined up. So Rhonda's going to do a great job for you guys. If you're listening out there, get over to AMF North Glen so you can practice on this pattern Wednesday night after league is over. It's very well worth it, and Rick will tell you. I'm sure that you've already been there.
Yep.
Sneak.
Yeah. James has gave me a lot of pointers.
Good. Very good. Hopefully it's going to make you even more money.
Yeah.
But, we're all very happy for you. We're so happy that the effort, the work that you put into it has made you some money, paid off, yeah. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here at Crown Lane. Scott Sledgister, Nicholas Sarsa, new ABT champion Rick Maber. We'll be at Coal Creek Lanes in Lafayette on the same pattern next weekend. So on behalf of all of us, have a great week, and we'll see you next week at Coal Creek.
See ya.